and welcome to VanillaTyme. My name is Steph, and this is Season 10, Episode 5. And, okay, well, this actually isn't VanillaTyme. I forgot to do my intro on the server, and a lot's happened since I recorded the other clips of the video, so I'm not spoiling stuff. Maybe I spoil a little bit. Nah, you'll get to see that later in the episode. But today we are going to do a lot of farming. Specifically, we have 1, 2, 3 farms that I'm going to build for you today, or I've already built. Do you know? The timing is so confusing. Also, yes, I'm in my creeper skin. It's for Halloween. This is my Halloween skin. Enjoy it. But yeah, so my goal today in this episode is to showcase 3 farms. I have a bamboo farm, a moss farm, and a tree farm. And the tree farm is the one that you're going to see the steps for because the other 2 I did off camera. Let me show you what I mean. So I may have forgotten to press the record button. That's okay. We have a bamboo farm, and oh wow, is this thing going to pump out bamboo? Specifically bamboo blocks. As you can see here, it's already producing, and it has been running for less than 10 minutes, which is pretty good. We've got a flying machine over here. So this is just a little compact flying machine. So these observers are pointed up, and they power the block basically in front of the sticky piston. You get that like adjacent powering. It's like indirect powering in order to bud the sticky piston. And what this does is, this is an etho hopper clock. We've got items in here, and it just pushes this block of redstone back and forth, just like that. And when that block moves over here, it powers this, which toggles the copper bulb. Whoops. Come on. Let me in. Let me on. Okay. On the other side, this observer is just looking for that observer, and when it finds it, it sends a pulse into this block, which powers this redstone, which powers this repeater, which toggles this copper bulb. Observer on top there that's facing upwards, that doesn't have a block on top of it, sees that state change and sends it back. It's important that it's a sustained signal change and not a pulse going into it, otherwise it like jitters and doesn't actually work. So yeah, that's basically the whole farm. I'm just working on getting the glass in now so that the bamboo stays inside the farm. We might get some of it shot out through here. I'm not sure. I am using glazed terracotta, which doesn't stick to slime blocks. So that's why you've got it along here, along the sides. We're using a mix of lime and cyan because that's the only colors that I just happen to have on me. Right now, the clock is on like, I think like 5 stacks or just shy of 5 stacks of items. So it runs fairly quickly. And I learned from 2 seasons ago to keep the entire flying machine inside one chunk. This way, so you can see the chunk lines here. So it's all within the 16 by 16 grid. And the reason for that is if you have flying machines moving in between chunks and you unload one of them, you can break the farm because the redstone will stop firing. If it's in a lazy chunk, the redstone doesn't work. So this keeps that from breaking. So this should not break ever. Even if it does, they're easy enough to fix. I was constantly fixing 2 maps ago. I had a similar setup. And yeah, it was across 2 chunks and it caused a whole bunch of problems, and I was just like fixing it all the time. But that's pretty much it for this. I'm gonna have to watch the output to make sure that it's not too fast and overloading the double chest here. If it does wind up being really like just absolutely too much volume, oh my gosh. What I can do is put a hopper, I think here. I'll have to make sure that it's not getting indirectly powered to lock it, but it should be fine. So if we stick a hopper here, or we just turn this into a hopper and chain it out, we can then take that and like feed it up into something up top, like a dropper system. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet, or if I'm going to build a bridge down here. We'll see what we get up to. But yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way, get our wood issue sorted. And yeah, that should be it for generic wood items. The next step is going to be getting the testing done for the TNT duper so we can set up some like larger tree farms, because I will want to be able to produce, I'm hoping I can, yeah, I should be able to get a tree farm design for 2x2s, because those are the ones I'm interested in. Mostly the dark oak, because it's what I've been using to build platforms and stuff, and a lot of like the initial stuff is built out of dark oak, so I want to kind of keep that going. Birch is a lot easier, same with oak, to make a farm for, so I'm probably going to do 2 separate farms. I don't usually like doing it all in one, so one for 1x1s and one for 2x2s, but we'll see how things go. As you can see, I also built the dropper down here, so this will take us all the way into our mine. So that's our diamond mine, and then this takes us all the way back out. Unfortunately, I don't have the water all the way up, but we'll get there. So this will eventually be full, and then I'm just going to put something nice like on top or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with this hole exactly. I'll have to figure out a way to mask it a little bit, because it's just kind of ugly just sitting there. So we could either have like maybe a different type of well here, or just connect them or something. I don't know yet. But the tree farm, like the manual tree farm, is coming along. I just scattered some birch around the area, and I've got the acacia in one corner, we've got the pale oak over here, we've got the dark oak over here, and yeah, I think it's looking okay so far. I still need to add some details in the terraforming, and we obviously need to bring the rest of the island across. I did do a little bit more work on this segment here, so I'm just slowly bringing this around. And we are starting to get like a little bit more verticality here. This is a little maybe too vertical, so I may have to dig into that and maybe carve it out a little bit more. But I just want to get the basic shape in, and I can always add to it later. And I forget if I mentioned this earlier, but we've got the iron farm pumping out blocks now, which is nice. And we have a little entrance here down into our underground. So that's just going to make things a little bit easier, just so we're not going up and down that ugly ladder. And we'll continue to build this out over time. I'm almost thinking maybe I want like this to be a glass floor so that I can actually walk over the farm. I think that would be cool. But I'm going to need a lot more sand for that. Actually, do we have glass traders? I haven't leveled these guys up in a... Oop, wrong one. Yeah, I'm going to have to level these guys up more and see if we can get any glass trading. I don't think I've been lucky so far. Yeah, I've only leveled up one of them, that's why. Okay, so we'll have to level these guys up. Maybe they can trade glass and I don't have to worry about the sand at all. It does not break! It does not break! It broke. Seriously, like, how did this happen? Now I'm gonna have to fix it. Like I don't know how it broke in the middle. This is the weird part. Like, somebody explain this to me. Oops, wrong button. Like, look, I'm literally inside of the chunk border. This is right in the middle. How did this break? And it's not even broken. It just stopped. That's kind of bizarre. I don't know how. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that. Oh, let me get. Ah. Cool farms, huh? Yeah, so the bamboo farm works really well now. I just have to make sure that I'm not logging out or getting restarted while it's active. And now for the moss farm. So I've done a little bit of work. Finished the glass. Also figured out why this broke. It was because of a server restart, which I have no control over, so we'll just have to watch for that. Usually I log off before a restart. I guess it could have also happened if I logged off while it was running. So we'll just have to make sure I don't do that. I've also built another sugarcane farm. I know I've got the little one upstairs, but I wanted something a little bit bigger so we can produce enough to sell more rockets. So this one's double-sided. Otherwise, it's the same setup. Just have the art going around. Also, because it's under here, I'm not making a mess on the surface. We also have a moss farm, because I'm going to need a lot of it for the terraforming, and I don't want to be buying it. So, yeah, this one's basically the same design from last season. It's mirrored, but other than that, it's more or less identical. And, yeah, works pretty well. Not the most efficient design, I'm sure, but it gets the job done, and I don't really care if I waste bone meal because we have so much of it that it really doesn't matter. So that's done. I ran it for all of like 2 minutes. We've already got a couple stacks, so yeah, that's done. I've also been doing more work on the terraforming, in particular this section right here. So as you can see, we've now got a cover on most of the front, and it's coming together quite nicely. This is probably going to be a sheer cliff face, and as I mentioned before, I wanted kind of more like straight drops, so that's a bit here, and then it comes out, and then comes down a little bit. This is kind of a sheer drop, which we're probably going to... Whoop, we're probably going to maintain around the front here. And yeah, I think that's about all I got to show you right now. The shopping district shops have been doing quite well. Been making sales here and there, so that's good. Past that, I'm not really sure what to say. I do kind of want to do something with this. I added a bit of extra snow here just to kind of give it a little bit of a vibe. I kind of want to maybe add a mountain somewhere in the future, and then maybe this can get moved into there as I have like some kind of like, you know, snowy peak in the background or something. I'm not really sure. I was briefly entertaining the idea of covering these, but I don't think I'm going to do that. At most, maybe a glass box around this one, just so mobs don't shoot at me. But even that, I'm not really sure I want to do. Yes, the cows are still here. Harding said he's probably going to take them, or at least some of them, and then I can do what I will with the rest. Okay, yeah, the moss farm's pretty cool too. It's a little small, but I really don't need a huge farm. It's the little one that I had last season worked fine. So yeah, that one's done. And I guess the next step is going to be the tree farm. Now the tree farm is an ENX04 design. And here's the farm right here. And yeah, you've probably seen this before because ENX04 is a really well-known player in the farming communities. And this is an all-in-one, one-by-one tree farm design. It's fully automatic, so you just gotta hold your right-click button down with a sapling in hand and your inventory full and some bone meal, and yeah, it just does its thing. So we're gonna build that on the server today as well, and that one is going to require a little bit of a dig out first. So let's do the dig out, and then we'll move on to the farm itself. Mobs around. Every now and then I take a look at my mini-map and see all the creepers, 'cause there's mobs around. Every now and then I take a little bit longer to look at that map, and it's so scary, mobs around. Yeah, yeah. What am I doing? Well, that's probably not good. Oh gosh. I've made a bit of a mess for myself. What the heck? Okay, I think it's because I flicked it manually and it was primed and something bad happened. Also, yeah, and then it blew up, so that's why the top went. Yeah, that's awkward. Oh my god. Okay, well, everything's still lit up, so I guess I'm just gonna leave this here while I try and fix this, and we're gonna try this again. Ugh. Alright, so I think that's done. As you saw in the time-lapse clips, I had a bit of a time with this thing. So I'm gonna have to check and see if that is enough of the wall done in obsidian. I do have some more, so I can add more to the bottom if I need to. It doesn't seem to blast further out than this width, so it should be fine. And then obviously I might have to just add more to the top now. Yeah, because I haven't really tested this with all the tree types yet. I was just testing with birch, which is the shortest one. So there's a good chance that it may like land on top of one of a tree and then blow up the higher end, which if that happens, I'll just fix it, add more obsidian, and then we'll just keep going up until we've fixed everything we need to. I could use this to add here, but I don't want to waste obsidian if I don't have to. If you hear my cat in the background, don't mind her. She's just doing the zoomies. So the way this works is I sit behind here, and I will have to fill my inventory with a block that's not one of the target blocks. So I do something like this, and then I just get that in here. And then the same thing will be over here, some birch saplings. So what we do is we turn this on, and then we come up in here, and we turn this on, and this on. And what it'll do is it'll drop up to a stack in my inventory, and then it'll drop an item here and an item here. And then I just make tree. It blows up tree. And then I make new tree. It blows up tree. And then, yeah, we just keep going. And then it just keeps replacing the items that I use each time. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Once I'm done, I can just dump the extra stuff back in here. And then I just come back over here and... Ooh, not that one. Turn this off. Yeah, that's for growing brown mushrooms, I think. So the issue that I had with the height of the tree, like the TNT blowing up too high earlier, was actually this repeater here. Originally, I actually had it on 4 ticks. The farm design has it for 3 ticks. I have it set to 1 because I guess just the server lag. It just needs to be a shorter pulse, which is fine. It's just the delay here and how long the signal winds up running for, I believe, and that just determines how long it holds the TNT before it releases it. So we wanted the shortest hold possible so that it gets all the way down to the bottom, because we want it to land on that obsidian if it can. That's pretty much the farm. So I am going to... Hello, sir. I'm going to try a couple of different tree designs, or couple trees. I'm going to try a couple of different tree types that are supported by the farm, and we'll see how well it does each of those. Yeah, so I forgot about the whole offhand thing. This is totally an automatic tree farm design. And one thing I forgot to mention is that this little thing here is actually it's like feeding the, the saplings up from the farm back into me before it like puts everything away. So this is just for like if I need more than what this farm is producing, I can turn that on and it'll run for me. But yeah, I could just like have this in my offhand, this one in my main hand. I just hold right click and off it goes. So I've run the farm a little bit with a couple of different tree types, and we've gotten ourselves a little bit of everything now. And I would say the farm is running quite well. The cherry trees tend to make a bit of a mess, and that did lead to one oopsie. You can see I added some more crying obsidian up at the top. Outside of that, I think my real issue, or my only real issue, is making sure that we have enough jungle saplings, and then I'll have to keep an eye on the spruce. The spruce seemed to be okay. The jungles struggled like crazy because their sapling drop is pretty bad. So I may have to just stock up on jungle saplings every once in a while. But I would say this farm is done. It's working, and I'm really liking how it's running. I haven't tried the nether trees or the mushrooms, but I don't know if I'm really going to bother. Maybe the nether trees, but the mushrooms probably not. So I guess I should probably give that a shot. I did start putting birch in the shop for sale, so that's stocked up. Once I get a bit more farming done with the other types, I'll start selling those as well. But there are other people already selling that stuff in the shopping district, so I'm not in really any rush because I'm not trying to fill a void in the market or anything like that. But I'll get to it eventually, and it'll slowly start showing up. I did also start selling tridents. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. So there's a couple for sale in the shop too, for anybody on the server who wants a trident, because they keep hitting me, and I keep killing them, and every once in a while they drop one. So I have more than I need, and I think that's about gonna do it for today. If you liked what you saw, subscribe if you're new, leave a like, and maybe leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye!